Scott, it's always great to catch up with you, and here's the deal. You get to sound me the car behind you in a moment. First of all, we have to start with the news, and I want to try and understand the tariff story that have been unveiled and materialised over the last couple of weeks, and how that is impacting you and Audi right now.
You know, John, I think there's a couple of things. I think first and foremost, obviously, we don't want to jump into speculation. If you look specifically at Audi, obviously we don't import any steel or any aluminum with no manufacturing here. But as I look at it, there's two principal things. First, the business environment. What we look for in the business environment in automotive is stability, absolute stability, because we invest for the long term. I think the second one and the most pressing is consumer. If you look at luxury sales in America, it's driven off of consumer confidence. So the important thing for us is to keep the confidence, not raise the specter of doubt. We believe in free trade, we believe in competitiveness, but frankly, let's see where this all lands, John.
Well, at the moment, it's just a realm of speculation, Scott. At the moment, all I can look at is a track record of about 100 months of US sales growth for your company. What gives you the confidence, the conviction that can continue?
You know, John, what gives me the confidence is we're not one of these brands that just shows what I call a fireworks show. We launch a product, we admire the fireworks, and then we don't continuously put the business case behind it. The truth is, we treat customers extremely well. We're tops in CSI. The truth is, Consumer Reports says we make the best cars. Our dealers have invested $2 billion, and frankly, the brand is hot. Into this environment, we're launching all the new cars that you see behind us. So I think we can continue to smartly grow. So I have a lot of confidence in Audi.
Scott, just in terms of smartly growing, there was the tragic incident in Arizona for Uber's fatal accident with the autonomous driving story. Do you see the regulators putting the brakes, excuse the pun, on the efforts to develop that kind of technology?
Yeah, look, John, I think the first thing, obviously, are sympathies with the tragedy in Arizona, if you referenced. I think the first thing, we do believe in the technology. Where everyone is getting lost is they're looking upon as this is some, race, who gets to the moon faster. We don't necessarily view it as a race. We view it as making the car and the automotive environment safer. We've always been ones to express caution. There's a lot of P.T. Barnumism and a lot of speculation. We should be cautious, we should be slow, we should be methodical. Specifically at Audi, if you look at our testing, we always test with two engineers, one behind the wheel and one in the back seat, looking at the data. And yes, this is an environment where you need to work with consumer understanding, you need to work with regulators, but it's not a sprint. Getting it right is what winning is to us, and we think we can and will get it right.
Scott, I think many people will sort of share that view as well. I do wonder, though, to what extent many of these sort of developers have had free rein on public roads to really develop this technology, and whether the legislators will clamp down on that. Do you see that happening, Scott?
Look, I think obviously that's what you're seeing in Arizona right off the bat. And I think the best thing with regulation is to have absolute transparency. They need to share the data. They need to see the data. Because to me, the biggest word we keep using is trust. Do the regulators trust the technology? Does the consumer trust the technology?
Yeah.
And of course, can we deliver? And I think that's the ecosystem that you're seeing sort of broken up a little bit right now. But the other thing we need is, of course, we believe strongly, and you do need a federal standard, because that'll get away from a lot of this each state's coming up with different initiatives and how they work towards it. But clearly, caution is the name of the game, because you're talking about people's lives. That's what we've always said, and that's what we will continue to say, John.
Scott, mind at a deal. You've got 25 seconds to tell me to stop riding Uber and start driving the thing behind you. Why?
RS5, Sportback, 444 horsepower. It's the sexiest car on the road, crazy loaded technology, and it's fast. The car's going to be a home run, no debate. It's coming in October. I think I got that in 15 seconds.
Scott Keogh, you nailed it, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much, sir, because there's so much going on elsewhere in the market, so we appreciate your time this morning. The president of Audi of Americas, thank you very much.